Dear Merriam residents, during our last conversation, we the people ended by asking, will the city of Merriam allow residents to vote on city planned major spending for an aquatics and community center? We also promised to show Merriam leaders being asked, will residents get the right to vote? The following footage was taken during previous city council meetings. Not too long ago, Johnson County, the Board of County Commissioners, they had a courthouse and a coroner's office that they were looking at improving. Went into the millions, and their wisdom showed them, hey, let's let the public weigh on this. They didn't have to, but they allowed a public vote. So my thought is, if it's good enough for Johnson County, it should be good enough for the city of Merriam to allow a public vote. So I'm from Ward 2, and I would like to ask Councilman Weimer. We already know the city council's threshold is up to $500,000 without a public vote, and that's evident by the art display. So what is your threshold? How much is it going to cost before you would think the public would need to vote?
For Mr. Weimer, first of all, I'm going to ask Mr. Weimer not to answer that question.
Okay, this time of year, there's a lot of stuff we get in the mail. And this particular piece of mail, it talks about our civic responsibility. Here it shows you have a veteran saluting the flag. Over here, you have, looks like a soldier holding his daughter. Okay? The message is profound. They risked all for our freedom, honor their sacrifice, vote today. So it's encouraging us to use our civic responsibility and vote. Well, that being said, last meeting, the mayor made the statement, I will not let a couple or small group of people bully me into allowing a public vote. Again, the mayor said, I will not let a couple or small group of people bully me into allowing a public vote. So on one hand, you have a lot of resources out there encouraging people to vote this time of year. But then on the other hand, you have the mayor of Merriam referring to people asking for a public vote as bullies. In my mind, not allowing a public vote could easily be shown as bully behavior. Spending millions of dollars of resident money and or requiring them to pay more each year on their taxes without their consent could easily be shown as bully behavior. All the ducks are being lined up to move forward with major expenditures for the swimming pool and community center. You already have the bond company hired. You have the independent auditor selected to do the review on the financial statement for the books. You have your steering committee that's moving forward. The only thing that you forgot is one thing, and that is a public vote. You put everything in front of the horse. You got the cart in front of the horse. You got the kitchen sink under the horse. You have everything in front of the horse, and you should have done one thing in the very beginning, and that is get the consent of the people. They're the ones that need to weigh in. A lot of resources are being used right now to do this. So last meeting, the mayor commented. When he made the comment, he wouldn't let a small group of people bully him into a public vote. So my question is, how many people is the acceptable number to allow the public the opportunity to vote? So that's not a rhetorical question, that is an actual question. How many people is the acceptable number to allow the public the opportunity to vote?
I have no idea. You want me to guess? I couldn't guess. First of all, I can't vote, so if you're asking me to allow a vote, I can't do that. I don't vote. Council votes, I have great ties. So. You can ask me a question.
Has he been told that we're not going to take it to the citizens to vote?
I don't think so. Have you been told that this is something we don't plan on doing?
You don't plan on allowing a public vote?
That's what somebody told you?
No. I've asked several times if you would allow a public vote, and it's never answered.
Well, have we said we were
And
not
it's-
going to, I think is what she's saying. Have we ever said?
No,
not?
you have not mentioned that you're not going to, but you're remaining silent and leaving it all the way until the end is not doing anybody any good. If we could have reassurance at this particular time, that would be the course that the city council is gonna take. Hey, I'm all aboard for that.
Okay.
But again, do you want to answer that question?
No, she doesn't, and, because it won't be allowed to answer.
We trust you are now more informed with the city's approach on whether the public will have the right to vote. We, the people, will continue to provide footage and impress upon our city leaders a need for our basic democratic freedom, voting.